Hey everybody, welcome to our Wednesday night story time. We are going to read another book from the Everyday Zoo series. Today we're reading the book called Wonderfully Made, and the Bible verse we're going to learn about today is from Psalms 139:14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I don't know if you remember when we were doing the Little Critter series that we read something kind of similar when they were having a field day and Little Critter was trying to find out what he was good at to help out with his class. And today, though, we're going to learn what Haley the Hippo can do in the talent show at the Everyday Zoo. So let's find out what she learns. Haley Hippo's heart skipped a beat as she looked at the flyer. All around her, the zoo was bubbling with activity, singing and dancing and flapping and tap-tap-tapping. It seemed like everybody was going to be in the talent show. Even Mr. Tortellini, the zoo's oldest inhabitant, was planning on telling jokes. I just flew in from the Galapagos, and boy, my arms were tired. More than anything, Haley wanted to be in the show too, but she was having trouble finding the right talent. She tried dancing and building and singing and playing the tuba and weightlifting and baking. Her cake has broccoli on it. Hi, Haley, Gabby Goose shouted as she flew overhead. What are you doing for the talent show? I don't know, said Haley, feeling a little discouraged. I'm either going to do some flying tricks or honk Ode to Joy, Gabby announced. Would you like to be a part of my act? Haley shook her head. No thanks, I don't fly or honk very well. As Gabby flew off, Haley let out a sigh. Maybe God forgot to give me a talent. Nonsense, barked the police chief. God doesn't forget. Sarge is right, Pouch chimed in. God gives us all unique gifts. We just have to discover what they are. Wow, I never knew there were so many different talents, Haley said. I guess all I have to do is find the right one for me. And off Haley went to see what clever things her other friends were doing for the show. Haley's first stop was Portis Pool to visit Squirt the seal. Smile for the camera, Haley shouted as she photographed Squirt in action. Squirt was amazing, the things he could do with that ball. He tossed it, he flipped it, he rolled and zipped it. How do you like my act? Squirt asked when his routine was finished. Don't you mean our act? Arnold chimed in. You guys are fantastic, Haley told her friends. Maybe I could do something like that for the show. But no matter how hard Haley tried, her ball didn't flip, roll, or zip. It just flew through the air and broke a lamp. Next, Haley stopped by to see Boyd and Harley. Their act was magical. Boyd pulled a rabbit out of his hat, turned his magic wand into a colorful flower, and even made Harley disappear. Haley was so impressed she ran right home to try some magic tricks of her own. Haley decided magic wasn't the talent for her, and Harley agreed. Harley says, what do you mean you don't know how to put me back together? Maybe I'd better read the instructions, Haley said. Haley flipped over Miss Monkey's awesome aerobatics. Who would have guessed that Miss Bimble could sing? And Sarge had a shadow puppet show that was spectacular, but none of these were Haley's special talent. The next day, Haley visited Midge and Pidge. "I love ice skating," Haley told the twins. "Then join us, Dollface," cried Pidge. "Please do," encouraged Midge. "But be careful," the Warwarts warned. "You could fall and hit your funny bone, or freeze your bottom, or get your tongue stuck on the ice." Haley was certain this would be her special talent for the show. After all, she was a good skater. She could skate forwards and backwards and even do loop-de-loos. Unfortunately, one thing she couldn't do was stop. She ran into the wall and all of her pictures fell all out. "What's wrong with me?" Haley cried. "I'm terrible at everything." The little hippo hung her head. "Why can't I be talented like everyone else?" Pouch walked up and knelt down beside her. "Haley, God didn't make you to be like everyone else. He made you to be you." "But my friends," Haley sniffed, "they're all so awesome." "Yes, they are," said Pouch, "and that's exactly how God sees you. You are wonderfully made and perfect in His eyes." "Perfect, but I can't do anything well." "Of course you can," said Midge. "Don't you worry, Honey Pie," said Pidge. "You'll find your talent." "Sometimes we're just not looking in the right place," said Pouch. Then he added with a twinkle in his eye, "Who knows, maybe your talent is right in front of your eyes." The night of the show finally arrived. The acts were hair-raising, heartfelt, and hilarious. When it was time for the last act of the evening, Master of Ceremonies, Pouch, addressed the audience. "And now to close this wonderful show, please welcome the very talented Haley Hippo." It was so quiet you could hear a pin drop as all the animals looked at Haley, wondering what she would do. "I didn't think I had a talent," Haley announced to the crowd. "But then my friends helped me discover something I'm actually good at." And with a nod to Pouch, the curtain opened. She's got a display of all of her photos she took of everybody practicing. The audience gave Haley a standing ovation. The little hippo was grateful that God had not only blessed her with talent, but with some very good friends too. So just like Haley, and just like we learned with little Critter a while ago, sometimes it's hard to really tell what our talents are or what makes us special, and we think that maybe God kind of forgot about us, but He didn't, and He loves us just the way He made us. He made you special, and He gave you something special to give to others. Sometimes we just kind of have to work at finding what it is. But either way, we know that during the process, we just have to believe that Jesus loves us and that He made us that wonderful and fearfully made. Just like our verse says in Psalm 139:14, "I will praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made," which means that we're trusting that God made us that way, and that we'll work at trying to figure out what it is that He gave us that makes us so special. I hope that you enjoyed what Haley found out about her special talent, and back when we learned about little Critter, his talent too, and that you remember that not only are they finding what they're special at, but you're special and you're wonderfully made too. I hope that you'll join me again next week when we read our final book in the Everyday Zoo series, and we'll find out what that is next week. We'll see you on Sunday either at Brookstone at 9 o'clock, and don't forget we are offering Ridge Runners during that 9 o'clock service. We'll see you at Ridge Runners at 10:30 or 10 o'clock with Mr. Nathan online, and you can watch the service at 10:30 with Pastor Jenny. We love you guys. Have a great week.